All right, gentlemen, welcome back to another video from Nine Pennants. Today, we're going to be going over 5 pitchers you need to be drafting in best ball, fantasy, all of that for the 2026 season. I'm Cole, he's Josh. Today, we're going to get right into it.
Oh yeah, we're going to get us started here with an ace that I think you just really need to pick up as soon as you can. He's probably going to go out probably some of the earlier rounds. But Christopher Sanchez had a killer year this year, and I mean, I seriously don't think he's talked about enough in like the NL, because I mean, you have really great pitchers in the NL that just kind of outshine him, like obviously Paul Skeens, and I think he ended up, I think, top 3 or top 4 in terms of Cy Young, but I mean, he had a great season, 2.5 ERA, had 212 strikeouts, and the craziest part is he had a 1.06 whip, which is actually insane. Dude, guy was a dog.
To pitch that much innings, sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
To pitch that many innings, have that low of a whip, I honestly wasn't familiar when I was making some graphics for this video. I saw his stats and I was looking back at it, and that honestly went under the rug of like how good of a season he had. Obviously Skeens had an amazing season, Skubal did too, but Sanchez had a great year, dude, and he's now kind of going to be that ace for the Phillies with Wheeler being out, so I expect him taking another massive step.
Yeah, I think so too. And I mean, I just really think you can't go wrong, because he's the type of pitcher that doesn't need speed to like murder you. Yeah. He can kill you in so many different ways. I mean, he is the king of weak contact. Like, he just gets people out and will still strike you out like easily. His changeup is disgusting. He tunnels it really well. So I think that's a pitcher that you can't go without in the early rounds for sure.
For sure. I would take him every time I can. I'll get right into it with my first guy, who's a little bit of a sleeper, who you could get later in the draft for sure, is Pepiot. He is a dog. It's Pepiot, however you want to say it. Dude, he is a really good pitcher. He's had 2 full years now of kind of being a starting pitcher rather than a reliever back when he was with the Dodgers, and his innings have bumped up from 130 to 167. So hopefully next year, if he can stay healthy, we can see him at a 200 inning season and elevate his numbers. He pitched last year. He had a 3.86 ERA with 167 strikeouts and 167 innings. So he's averaging about a strikeout per inning. His whip is still pretty low. I think he's in that Tampa Bay Rays system that just makes pitchers so well that I think this will be the next year we see him take a massive leap.
100%. And Pepiot has been a dog. I think I've picked him up pretty late in the last like 2 drafts that I had, and he's just awesome. He's just like a consistent guy that, I mean, you'll pick him up to, even when he was, I think like 2 years ago, when you would pick him up for like a spot start or something like that, he dealt, and like I feel like you could trust in him to like get you a decent start almost every time. And I think he's really taking those steps to become like one of those frontline starters, and really just, I mean, we know how Tampa Bay does with their starters. They turn them into studs and then trade them away. So, I'm excited to see where he ends up, to end his career.
Yeah. I mean, they just traded Shane Baz too. So Pepiot is pretty much the clear one right now, which is a little wild to say, but that hopefully means that they believe in him enough. So
exactly. Yeah. So I do think that's a great pitcher to kind of like start off with this one, because we are kind of going into those middle rounds. Well, actually, I would still pick him up early. I think he's going to be a favorite closer of everybody, just because he's going to have all the opportunities in the world. Edwin Diaz got traded to the Dodgers, and I do think that you need to pick him up whenever you see him. I would still say picking up a reliever is tough, but this guy had 28 saves, and the Dodgers alone blew 28 saves. So they tied for the most blown saves in the league, period. And they have a guy that is like a certified stud. He won the Trevor Hoffman reliever of the year. So I mean, that's an award enough. And the guy's just had like probably his best season since he tore his knee.
Yeah. And
I think if he even turns around 14 of those, like half of those blown saves into his own, I mean, he has like over 40 saves. Do I think he's gonna do that? Probably, honestly. I think he's gonna do that. I wouldn't put it past him.
The amount of wins he's gonna, or save situations he'll be, a part of, or it's going to be massive as long as the Dodgers are playing close enough games. But you're getting one of the best closers to MLB on the best team in that league. You're bound to get your saves for sure.
And I think it was Alexis Diaz and Felix Bautista, I think 3 years ago, that had probably like some of the best like reliever seasons in terms of like fantasy. Like they just were studs. And so I think when you can pick up like a prime closer early on, I think you do need to take those opportunities. And I think Edwin Diaz is going to be that guy this year for sure. Based off opportunity alone.
I agree. My next guy is kind of a bona fide ace. You're going to have to draft him early, just like Christopher Sanchez. This is Hunter Greene. Hunter Greene had an insane season. He actually, which is wild, had a 2.76 ERA in the Reds ballpark, which is a very hitter-friendly ballpark. So
that's insane.
Pitching really well. He had 132 strikeouts. He was hurt a little bit during the year. He's kind of in that contract extension time, so he's really going to be balling to try to get a fat extension. His whip was .94, which is wild. So that's allowing less than one batter per inning. He only pitched 107 innings because he was hurt. But let's say he gets a full healthy year, he keeps up what he did last year into next year, he's easily going to be in NL Cy Young conversations. So he's one of the best pitchers 100%. In the league. He finally took that step last year, and I think he's just going to take another step with Terry Francona as the manager. So, I think he's easily. I see him on my draft board. I'm going to reach for him, honestly, around early.
I think so, too. I mean, and he has the stuff to do it. And he's, what, like 27, 26?
26, yeah.
He's so young. So, I mean, if he put up that type of season kind of like last year, I can definitely see him turning up and just being a top 3 finalist for NL Cy Young for sure. For sure. So, I think he's going to be a stud. And keeping with the young guys, I mean, this guy proved a lot in the postseason. I mean, he really did a number in the AL, obviously the AL side of the playoffs. And then, I mean, against the Dodgers, he had some really good starts. But Trey Yesavage, I know I see him right now going around like the 130 ADP, which is kind of, I mean, I feel like it's kind of due because he is still really young. And I think a lot of people are going to be able to see like the film on him essentially and try to like basically really figure him out, especially they have the whole offseason to do so. So, I do think he's going to be a stud next year. I think the only part that's scary is obviously when teams start to figure you out. We saw what happened with Mizorowski. Mizorowski got figured out. He was, I mean, one of the youngest All-Stars, and obviously he had the fewest starts for an All-Star, but they kind of figured him out. I do think Miz turns up this year, but I think Trey Yesavage is going to have a really, really good year. His stuff is just super weird. It's when you like think of a slider and how his slider goes more to his like arm side instead of the glove side is kind of nuts.
For sure.
Like he is nasty. It's disgusting what he could really do. So I'm excited to see what a full season brings out of him compared to the postseason. Obviously, we just got a small sample, but I think he's going to be a really good pickup, and especially in the mid rounds.
Yeah, I mean the lineups he was dominating last year, right? Like that alone shows that he's got the stuff to succeed.
Yeah.
So he has it. Like you said, it's just the sample size. Hopefully, he does it more. Blue Jays obviously are going to let him have a rotation spot easily now. He's a dog. And I think during the World Series last year, because it was Yamamoto was pitching, he was pitching. They both throw splitters. And Brent Rooker, who's a great follow on Twitter, who always like tweet funny shit all the time. And he was saying that like the splitter is going to be the most used pitch in the MLB next year. But he obviously behind a fastball. But and you kind of see that already, right? I mean, the most dominant pitchers have like a nasty splitter. I mean, I guess Skeens has a splinker, right? Like he has that little stink splitter. That one's nasty. He's different though. But yeah, I think Yesavage is a great pick. Before we leave, I got Trevor Rogers, who's for the Orioles. Recently, obviously, was traded from the Marlins. Was hurt a little bit in the beginning of the first half, then got traded and had a quiet, amazing year. Obviously, the Orioles were kind of a trash team, so he wasn't playing for much, but he had 109 inning pitch. So he pitched, almost half of the MLB season with a .9 whip and 5.5 WAR for a pitcher for half the year at a 1.81 ERA. That is wild.
That is actually insane. Yeah. And I mean, he had an insane year.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane stuff.
I'm surprised he's going as late as he is in drafts, so he really should, anytime you see him around that 10th, 11th round, you should be taking him even in the 9th round, I would take it.
And it honestly doesn't really make sense to me. Like I don't understand how he's going that late with the type of season he had. Because I mean, relatively, he's past the injury bug, and he had like he had like a kind of crappy start to like end the season. But I mean, he had a really good start with the Yankees the week before that, and I think shut him out basically like 7 Ks. And then the last game of the year, I think he allowed 7 runs. But no, he was insane. And for him to do that coming back from an injury is awesome.
For sure. And
Yeah.
he'll definitely make a big difference for the Orioles, and they have a better offense now, so hopefully that allows for him to get some more wins.
Yeah. And that like 10th round, 10th, 11th round, I think I'm reaching.
Yeah.
He's
easily.
he's solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
All right, dude.
Awesome.
Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Let us know what you want to see next. These are 5-6 pitchers you should be drafting every time if you can. You're gonna pretty much lead your league in all the categories of strikeouts, saves, yada yada yada. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.